So let's continue with our users section here. We want to be able to add users and edit them. So if we click on the add new user here, it's going to take us to, oh, sorry, my bad here. I haven't switched on my XAMPP. I had switched it off for a bit. So there we go. Give it a second here. Okay, let's try again. Okay, while that happens, let's go to our resources here and views. And let's go to the authentication and sign up. So signup.blade.php. Hopefully this has loaded. Okay, there we go. So what I want to add is a button here so I can go back if I don't want to create a new user and then change the redirect, because currently if I create a user, it's going to redirect me to the login page. So let's change a bit of that. So here what I would do is, you can remove this already registered because we will not be allowing the general public to register. Let me duplicate this and click back like so. Or change the text to back, and then change the type of this to button so that it does not submit. So let me refresh. So we have create, we have back. Let's just leave a little, I'm just going to add a break tag here so that there's at least some space. Apparently it doesn't work, or let me try to add 2 of them. Let's see what happens. Okay, there we go. So back, we can just say back to users, like so. And then I'm just going to add an A tag here so that it's a link to that location. So there we go. I'm going to say URL and then say admin users, like so. Okay, then move this A tag out of here to the other side. Close that tag. I left one of these brackets here. Alrighty then, that looks pretty good. Refresh. Let's click back to users. Okay, we are back there. Add new user, and we are down here again. Pretty cool. Now let's go to our app and HTTP controllers, and let's go to this sign up controller. Right about here where we redirect to the login page. Instead, we will redirect to the admin/users, like so. Okay, pretty cool. So let's begin and add a different user. So I'm going to add Mary and say Mary at gmail.com or at yahoo.com, and let's put a password, which is password, like so. So Mary at yahoo.com, password, create, and we should have a new user right there. Very nice, and we're redirected to the correct place. Very nice. Now what we want to be able to do is to edit a user and then delete a user. No problem there. So we're just going to have to copy a little bit of what we have in the admin controller. So if we scroll down here a little bit, we have the same thing we had for the categories here. We can do the same for users. Oh, we already have this. We actually did this. Yes. Okay, so the add is irrelevant in this case. So I'm just going to delete all the case for the add because we don't need it. We have the delete and we have the default. So this is all good. Let's go to the edit part here. So every instance of category I would like to change to user. Wait a minute. Okay, so in the sign up, let's see what we are using here really. Okay, so we're using the user thingy here. Okay, so that's all good. Pretty good. So let's change all instances of category to user and see what fits and what does not. Oops, I think I went a little bit too far, but no, it's in the delete section, so that's all good. Let's see here. Okay, so let's change that to user, like so. Okay, cool. So user is equal to new. We're going to change that as well to user, so we can use the user class. Now we just need to be sure that the user class is available here by just adding it to the list. So user, like that. And let's make sure that's the actual model name, and that's true. It's user. Pretty good. So down, 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 users, here it is. So that for now, we should not worry about the post section. Let's just worry about the read section. So user find by ID, and then view admin edit user. And here it's edit. Let's add user like so with pride. Okay, cool. So now we're going to go back here and copy what we have for the admin section. Here we have the edit category, which is much simpler. So I'd rather copy that. So copy everything from here, right click on the admin, add new file, paste, save as, click on the edit category blade and change that to edit user.blade.php. Okay. So all we need to do is change all instances. Actually, we've been carrying around this baggage that we don't need because we don't need Summernote here at all. You can go ahead and remove that instance on the edit category as well because we don't need that CSS over there. It just adds to the weight. Okay, so page title. Everything looks cool, except we will not have row category at all. What we will have instead is name, email, and password. So let's change these guys. So the label here for category, let me change all that. All instances of category should change to user. Wait a minute. No, I think this one should change to name. Name, like this. Let me just confirm this is what it is in the local host. Let's see here. PHP my admin. Let's check it out in there and see if things is good. Okay, so inside the magazine DB users, let's make sure that our columns are correct. So name, email, and password. Pretty good. So back here, name, placeholder should be name. Okay, good. Not category name, user name. Like so. Okay. So we have the username. This is all we had in the category, right? Let's see here. href categories, we change this to users. Okay. Same thing here. The back button should go to users. Cool. So let's check that out. I will refresh and click on edit. And there we go. So we have category name. This is not cool at all. So that is taking me to categories, which is wrong. So let me go back to where we are viewing the user. So users.blade.php, and I need to change the link right here where it says categories edit, I'll change that to users. Okay, pretty cool. Let's go back and give it another shot, refresh, and let's edit. So admin users edit to. So that is not found. So when we get not found, obviously we must go to the routes to make sure that the route exists. So let's look at it here, and we see that our route isn't there. Okay, so categories type, what else do we have here? Posts, categories. So we have, let's see, the same way we have posts here, we have categories and then blah, 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 get post. Okay, so we must replicate this starting from here, and let's duplicate like so. That's a Control-Shift-D if you're using Sublime Text. I would change all instances of categories to users. Users, like this. Wait, we do have the admin users, right? So let's remove this one here, or we can remove this one, this last one. No problem. Okay, pretty good. Let's refresh. We should have something now. Very nice. Username, there we go. Let's change the, so we can close our routes. And let's go back to edit user.played.php, and let me shift this down a little bit. Boom. There we go. Let's move, save. And then I would change this name to email. Oh, oops, this is gonna be a problem. I think, let me press Ctrl F and make sure it is case sensitive when I'm searching. So let's do D. That doesn't help us, does it? Okay, let me change these three for now, and I will say email. Raw email, ID email, placeholder, email, name, email. Now the user may want to change the password as well, so let's duplicate again. Let's move that guy back, and let's change every instance of email to password. Okay, what did I just do? I went overboard, so there we go. Password. Placeholder should be password as well. All right, pretty cool. Refresh, and there we go. So we have a username, we have that, and we have the password. Now the problem is the password is encrypted, and this is one-way encryption, so we can't really do anything about the password as it stands. Normally we should have another button that they click to edit the password as well, but we will leave this as it is. So let's change these things here. I'm going to say password, and here username will change to email, like so. Okay, pretty cool. Now password, we shouldn't give a password here. So we should just tell the user if they don't want to change the password, they just leave it be. If they type something, then they want to change the password, right? So what we will do is we're going to leave the password as empty. Now, I'm not really too sure about, let me add some small text here, and I'm just going to say leave password empty if you don't want to change it. Something like this. And what else? Let's come back here, refresh. Okay, leave the password empty if you don't want to change it. Cool. And then what we would do is in the value, where is the value? Right here. We're going to just leave that empty. Good. refresh. There we go. So password. So here we'll say leave password empty if you don't want to change it. So when posting, we're going to have to check for that. If the password exists, then we'll add it to the list. If it's empty, then we'll leave it be. Okay, pretty cool. If I click back here, we should be back here. Let me edit here. Okay, good. And back. Very nice. So in the next video, let's see how we can actually post this data and have it saved properly. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.